Today I'm breaking down one of the biggest debates in dentistry. Can the school you attend affect your ability to specialize? And do pass-fail schools put you in a better position to specialize than schools with grades and rank? If your goal is to become an orthodontist, oral surgeon, endodontist, or any other competitive specialty, the dental school that you choose can actually impact your chances of specializing. But is the best dental school the one that is ranked the highest, the cheapest, or the one that everyone gets straight A's? Today I'm breaking down one of the biggest debates in dentistry. Can the school you attend affect your ability to specialize? And do pass-fail schools put you in a better position to specialize than schools with grades and rank? What's going on, everybody? My name is Dr. Eli, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, I'm a rising second-year orthodontics resident. Wow, that's crazy to say. On this channel, I make vlogs with my residency journey, my dental school journey, and I also make videos with helpful advice for dental students and pre-dental students like this one. If that's something that interests you, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment under the video, and share the channel with anyone else you think may find it interesting. So as someone that's been making these YouTube videos and creating content around dental school for the last 5 years, I get a lot of different questions from pre-dents and dental students, and now that I'm specializing, I get even more questions about that. And something that pre-dents are always wondering is, does the school that I attend affect my ability to specialize? Will I have a better chance if I go to X school versus Y school, etc.? And it's a valid concern. If you're a pre-dent and you already know that you want to graduate dental school and specialize in orthodontics or oral surgery, you want to know if this school is going to put you in the best position to do that. And so therefore you have to think about a lot of different things, the things that actually matter when it comes to specializing, and what school will put you in the best position of that. So let's talk about it. So number one, what actually matters when it comes to specializing? Specialty admissions look at a number of different things, and honestly, I can't tell you that any one thing matters more than the other. I think just like dental school, when you're applying to a specialty, it's a holistic application process. They truly look at a number of different things and just determine if you're the right person for their program. So these things include your academic performance, like your grades and your class rank, your GRE or CBSE score, or your ADAT if it's required for whatever specialty you're applying to, whether you have research experience, whether you have leadership experience, how involved are you at school, are you doing community service, are you shadowing, are you volunteering, all that stuff. And of course, last but not least, they're looking at your letters of recommendation and your personal statement. But the key point is, your dental school itself doesn't automatically guarantee you a chance at specializing. However, I do believe that certain dental schools are structured to give you a better chance at specializing, and here's why. So one thing I've always noticed, especially as I was going through dental school, is that we often see a lot of specialists coming out of the Ivy League schools, the Harvards, Columbias, Penn. And I think there's a number of different reasons for this, but number one, these schools are pass-fail. I'm actually not 100% sure about Penn, but I'm pretty sure Harvard and Columbia are both pass-fail, but also these are research-heavy institutions, and students getting involved in research at these institutions usually will look really good on their CV. But in the same breath, when you think about it being a pass-fail school, there's a lot of advantage that comes to that as well. So let's talk specifically about the advantages of attending a pass-fail school versus a graded ranked dental school. And again, not to be confused, but some pass-fail schools do still have rank, so you got to take all of these things with a grain of salt. But pass-fail schools allow for less competition between classmates. So instead of worrying about getting an A or C or getting a higher grade than your classmate, people are more likely to work together in a more collaborative environment. I think personally, and I did not attend a pass-fail dental school, but I personally think that this takes some of the pressure off of earning a grade and allows you to truly focus on learning information just so you can be a better clinician. I think your energy around learning shifts when you're studying to learn information rather than studying to make a grade. I even tried to look for some articles that talked about the schools that that switched from graded to pass-fail and why. In 2018, and I'll put the clip right here, the dean from the University of Nebraska said that a pass-fail system tends to result in a favorable outcome on student well-being and fosters a more collaborative environment. So why does that matter? Well, personally, number one, I think that means that attending a pass-fail school for dental school takes some of the stress off. It prevents burnout before you get to residency, and overall just enhances your dental school experience. Even though I didn't attend a pass-fail school, my dental school class was very collaborative, and I think that's why I speak so highly of my experience and my classmates. Number two, attending a pass-fail school actually gives you more freedom to start building your specialty application. Quick intermission to the video. If you're watching the video and you've made it this far and you're enjoying the content, please drop a like on the video. It's right here under the video. Just click the little thumbs up button. It's of no cost to you, and it does so much to help boost the video and the channel in the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Now that you're just focused on passing the class and not making a specific grade, this opens up more time for you to participate in research, shadowing, extracurriculars, community service, all those other things that I said matter that schools are looking at when they're looking for who they're accepting to their specialty program. It's also easier to recover from mistakes when you go to a pass-fail school. You know how when you're in a class and it's graded and you bomb that first exam, that pretty much eliminates your chance of getting an A, even if you get A's on the next two exams. When you're in a pass-fail system, you can bomb that first exam and get good grades on the rest and still know you're gonna pass. Even if an A is out of the question, it wasn't an option anyway. But let's talk about the downside of attending a pass-fail school versus graded. So again, like I said, at Harvard, Columbia, we see a lot of people coming out and going into specialties, but now you have everyone applying to specialties and no real way to have a distinction between people because you all have the same grades. Programs start to need another way to differentiate applications, so they start looking at your exam scores and your GRE or your CBSE or whatever it is, how much research you did, how much volunteering you did. So all of those things start to become a competition as well. It's really a trade-off. You get the stress-free collaborative environment, but you have to do more on the back end in order to make sure you're standing out from your classmates. So what are the advantages of attending a graded dental school? It's easier to prove academic excellence. If you're at a graded dental school that has class rank, you can show that you're amongst the top of your class because you excelled in those classes compared to other people. It allows the strong academic performers to stand out. That way, say you happen to lack in your research or you happen to lack in your volunteering, you can still prove that you are a strong academic performer and other things you just may not have had time for because you were so busy becoming number one or number two in your class. Also, just depending on the school, some schools have strong specialty pipelines. You may go to a school that isn't pass-fail, but it has a lot of people that go on to specialties just because they know that school has a good reputation and they make great clinicians. But again, the downside, depending on your school, depending on the year, you may end up in a more competitive environment. I know that my class wasn't competitive, but my whole school was not pass-fail, and there were other classes that were very competitive. So it really depends on the year and who you get put in a class with. So if you ask me personally, what would I choose? I would choose a pass-fail school. That's just me. I attended a graded school and I ended up matching, so things did work out for me, and they will work out for pretty much anyone that puts the work in. However, I do think that there would have been significantly less stress and less self-doubt if I just attended a pass-fail school. And I think for me specifically, I knew that I was strong in all the other areas, the research, the volunteering, the leadership, and all those things, that I just wouldn't have had to worry about grades at all. And I could have even had time to do more or produce more content on YouTube, things like that. Looking back as someone that went through the process and is now in orthodontics residency, I don't think the perfect dental school is simply pass-fail versus graded. I think the best dental school is the place where you can realistically become one of the strongest applicants. Think about the different factors when it comes to going to dental school. Number one, you got the cost and how much debt you're gonna incur. And these residencies like endo and ortho also have a cost associated, so you want to be saving money. You have your ability to succeed academically. In any dental school environment, number one thing is you need to be comfortable. So whether it's graded or pass fail, if you're not comfortable in that environment, you probably won't be successful. You got the opportunities to shadow at specialties that are right at your school, but if your school doesn't have the specialties, that makes it a lot harder. You have research opportunities at your school, especially if your school is a research-heavy institution. And overall, you just have the culture of your school in itself. So if I was applying to dental school now, or if I was choosing which dental school I wanted to attend and I knew I wanted to specialize, my list of things that I would look at and how I would organize the importance. Number one would be cost and how much debt I would incur. Number two would be the environment. Number three would be the research experience that I could get at the school. And number four would be the location and how comfortable I am living there. I think the biggest mistake that students make is choosing a dental school based only on prestige. The best dental school for specialization is the one that helps you become an elite applicant while also keeping your debt manageable. If you're applying to dental school and you're trying to build your application list or trying to figure out which dental school you should attend, check out this video that I put in the end card where I talked about choosing the right dental school for you in 2026. That's all I have for today's video. I hope this helped all the pre-dents out there that are looking for the right dental school and thinking about specializing. I hope to see you guys in the next video on the channel, and I hope if you watched all the way through, you subscribe to the channel. Peace.
I got baguettes in the back of my ring, and I went and tried it. I told her she gotta run to the team before she can talk to the lit. Before she can talk to the jet. Lamb chop, I just pulled up in some